A young woman asks to see you, sir.
A young woman? What does she want?
Well, sir, she says you'll be glad to see her when you know what she's come about. She's quite a common girl, sir. I should have sent her away, only I thought perhaps you wanted to talk to her to talk into your machines.
Oh, that's all right, Mrs. Pierce. Has she an interesting accent?
Oh, something dreadful, sir. Really.
Let's have her up, Mrs. Pierce.
This is the young woman, sir.
Why, this is the girl I jotted down last night. She's of no use. Be gone with you.
Don't you be so saucy. You ain't heard what I come for yet. He ain't above giving lessons, not him. I heard him say so. Well, I ain't come here to ask for any compliment, and if my money's not good enough, I can go elsewhere.
Good enough for what?
Good enough for you. Now you know, don't you? I've come to have lessons and to pay for them too.
Well, what do you expect me to say to you?
Well, if you was a gentleman, you might ask me to sit down.
Pickering, shall we ask this baggage to sit down, or shall we throw her out the window?
I won't be called baggage when I've offered to pay like a lady.
But what is it you want?
I want to be a lady in a flower shop instead of selling at a corner of Charleham Court Road. But they won't take me unless I can't take more like a general. Unless I can't talk more general. He said he could teach me. Well, here I am ready to pay him, not asking a favor, and he treats me as if I was dirt.
How can you be such a foolish, ignorant girl as to think you could afford to pay Mr. Higgins?
I am ready to pay.
How much?
Why don't you sit down?
Don't mind if I do.
What's your name?
Lisa Doolittle.
Come back to business. How much do you propose to pay me for the lessons?
A shilling. Take it or leave it.
You know, Pickering, if you consider a shilling not as a simple shilling, but as a percentage of this girl's income, it works out as fully equivalent to 60 or 70 guineas from a million.
Higgins, I'm interested. What about the ambassador's garden party? I'll say you're the greatest teacher alive.
It's almost irresistible. She's so deliciously low, so horribly dirty.
Ah ha ha! Oh, I ain't dirty. I washed my face and hands before I came.
You're certainly not going to turn her head with flattery, Higgins.
Oh, don't say that, sir. There's more than one way to turn a girl's head, and nobody can do it better than Mr. Higgins.
Yes, in 6 months. In 3 if she has a good ear and a quick tongue. I'll take her anywhere. We'll start now. Mrs. Pierce, take her away.
Well, the matter is, sir, you can't take up a girl like that as if you were picking a pebble off the beach.
Why not?
Why not? But you don't know anything about her. What about her parents? She may be married.
Would marry me?
By George, Eliza, the streets will be strewn with the bodies of men shooting themselves for your sake before I've done with you.
I'm going away. He's off his chump. He is. I don't want no bums teaching me.
Oh, indeed. I'm mad, am I? Very well, Mrs. Pierce. You needn't order the new clothes for her. Throw her out.
Now you got no right to touch me.
You see what comes of being saucy? This way, please.
I didn't want no clothes. I wouldn't have taken them. I can buy my own clothes.
You're an ungrateful, wicked girl. This is my return, offering to take you out of the gutter and dress you beautifully and make a lady of you?
Stop, Mr. Higgins. I won't allow it. It's you that are wicked. Go home to your parents, girl, and tell them to take better care of you.
It ain't for my parents. They told me I was big enough to earn my own living and turned me out.
Very well, then. What on earth is this fuss about? The girl doesn't belong to anybody. Is no use to anybody but me.
What's to become of her? Is she to be paid anything? Be sensible, sir.
I'll pay her whatever is necessary. Put her down in the housekeeping book.
Excuse me, Higgins, but I really must interfere. Miss Pierce is quite right. If this girl is to put herself in your hands for 6 months for an experiment in teaching, she must understand thoroughly what she is doing.
Eliza, you are to live here for the next 6 months, learning how to speak beautifully like a lady in a florist's shop. If you're good and do whatever you're told, you shall sleep in a proper bedroom, and have lots to eat and money to buy chocolates and take rides in taxis. If you're naughty and idle, you will sleep in the back kitchen among the black beetles and be walloped by Mrs. Pierce with a broomstick. At the end of 6 months, you shall go to Buckingham Palace in a carriage beautifully dressed. If the king finds out you're not a lady, you will be taken by the police to the Tower of London, where your head will be cut off as a warning to other presumptuous flower girls. If you are not found out, you shall have a present of 7 and 6 pence to start life with as a lady in a shop. If you refuse this offer, you will be a most ungrateful and wicked girl, and the angels will weep for you.
Don't answer back, girl. You don't understand, gentlemen. Come with me. Please, sir, the trouble's beginning already. Alfred Doolittle wants to see you. He says you have his daughter.
Send the blackguard up.
Oh, very well, sir.
He may not be a blackguard, Higgins.
Nonsense. Of course he's a blackguard.
Whether he is or not, I'm afraid we will have some trouble with him.
Oh no, I think not. If there's any trouble, he shall have it with me, not I with him. And we are sure to get something interesting out of him.
About the girl.
No, I mean his dialect.
Doolittle, sir.
Morning, Governor.
Brought up in Hounslow. Mother Welsh, I should think. What do you want, Doolittle?
I want my daughter, that's what I want, see?
Of course you do. You're her father, aren't you? She's upstairs. Take her away at once.
What?
Take her away. Do you suppose I'm going to keep your daughter for you?
Now, look here, Governor. Is this reasonable? Is it verity to take advantage of a man like this? The girl belongs to me. You got her. Where do I come in?
Your daughter had the audacity to come into my house and ask me to teach her how to speak properly so that she could get a place in a flower shop.
As a daughter, she's not worth her keep. And so I tell you straight. All I ask is my rights as a father. And you're the last man alive to expect me to let her go for nothing. For I can see you're one of the straight sort, Governor. Well, what's a 5-pound note to you? And what's Eliza to me?
I think you ought to know, Doolittle, that Mr. Higgins' intentions are entirely honorable.
This is irresistible. Let's give him 10.
You give me what I ask you, Governor. Not a penny more, not a penny less.
You sure you won't take 10?
Not now, another time, Governor.
Here you are.
Thank you, Governor.
Now repeat after me. A.
A,
A.
A,
B.
B,
C.
say,
C.